Hello, everyone, and welcome to another 30-minute yoga practice with Driven. My name is Beth, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today is all about the core. Yay! Some people love doing core movements and core workouts because they're looking for that six pack, and others are interested in it because it contributes to our overall health. A strong core is responsible for good posture, healthy back, good digestion, good breathing, and even good mental health. So, this is an important practice, and I'm glad you're here. We're going to start seated. So, come into a comfortable seated position on your mat. And as always, we'll just take a couple of minutes to be present in our practice. It's an important part of any yoga practice. So, sitting tall on your mat, just take a moment to know that you're sitting, feel your body sitting, and just for these next 30 minutes, put everything else that's on your plate off to the side for a moment and just focus on the here and now. If you like, you can close your eyes and notice what you're bringing to your mat today. Notice where your body is feeling good and ready to move. And also notice any areas of tightness, stiffness, maybe something weird is going on, maybe some aches, hopefully no pain, but notice that too. And then just notice how you're feeling emotionally and how that emotion is manifesting in your body physically. Try not to think of the actions or the situations behind the emotions, but rather where it's falling in your body. That's an important practice in and of itself. So just breathing into all of these areas of our bodies, bringing in energy and healing. And then exhaling everything that's not serving us well. Inhaling all that is good. And exhaling everything else. And a couple of breaths right here. We'll just continue. A few more breaths. Trying to keep your focus on your practice at all times. Inevitably, your mind will wander. That's fine. That's part of the practice. When you notice that, acknowledge and then come right back onto your mat. All right, and then as you continue to breathe, just let your head fall from side to side, keeping everything else in your body still, but just tilting the head from left to right, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Notice how that feels in your neck, in your upper back, and anywhere else you might feel this. Notice any cracking sounds. It's all okay. And then come back to center and let your head fall back and chin to your chest. Just releasing any tension from your neck and upper back. Try to keep all the muscles in your face nice and relaxed and move with the breath. Two more times. And then come back to center. Check out your posture. Make sure that you're rooting down through your sitting bones and lifting up. Shoulders are over your hips. A lot of times we lean forward here, so just slide those shoulders back so that they're over your hips. Just that alone will engage the core a little bit. Bring the top of your head all the way up to the ceiling. Nice tall posture here. Inhale, bring that right arm all the way up and reach to the left. Try to keep that right elbow pressing back so the chest is open. Bring your gaze up towards your elbow crease. That's another nice stretch for the neck. Reach far, not just bending, but really reaching here, pressing that right hip down into the mat. This is nice for the obliques. And then come back to center, and same thing, other side. Rooting down through both hips. Turn your head. Look into that elbow crease. Press that elbow back. Open up your chest and your shoulders. And then come back to center. Awesome. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Shoulders are down. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And twist to the right. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. And then just float them right down. I'm going to turn to the side of my mat and come into tabletop to start. So check your alignment. Shoulders are over your wrists, fingers are spread nice and wide, pressing down into the pads of your fingers. Belly's pulling in here. Knees are under the hips. You can tuck your toes to stretch the soles of your feet, which is good practice, or keep your feet flat, which will stretch the front of the feet, which is also good. So yogi's choice there. Inhale and press the belly down. Push the shoulders back. Lift your chin for cow pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Don't go into cat yet. Let's feel everything about this pose. Squeezing those shoulder blades, pulling the belly in. And then exhale, come into cat. Press the spine up to the mat, chin to the chest. Belly is all the way in, navel to the spine. Inhale, coming back into cow pose. Press those shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. Chin is up, belly's pulling up. And exhale for cat. Nice and slow. 2 more right here. Breathing with each movement. So a lot of people think belly when they hear core, but it's so much more than that. Come to a neutral tabletop. Lift your left arm up and your right leg back. Are you waiting with suspense to hear what core really means? Gazing down at the mat, reaching in opposite directions. Holding here, belly's engaged. Keep that right hip down and in line with the left. So the core is everything between your shoulders and your hips, front and back and sides. So it includes back muscles as well. Inhale, reach. And exhale, elbow and knee together, chin to the chest, squeeze it all in, navel to the spine. Inhale, extend and stretch. And exhale, squeeze and engage. Let's do 4 more, reaching and contracting. Reaching in opposite sides of the room and then pulling it all together. Squeeze up into a little ball. Go nice and slow. You might feel the body kind of swaying from side to side. That's okay. We're practicing balance. So don't be afraid of that. 1 more here. And then release. Let's go right to the other side. Right arm up, left leg back. We'll just hold for a couple of breaths. Reaching in opposite directions. Keeping the belly pulled in, leg is parallel with the floor if you can. Left hip is in line with the right hip, so don't let that raise. Up, reach, and then exhale, contract. Chin to the chest, squeeze it all together. Inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze. Really engaging, especially in the front of the core, those abdominal muscles. 3 more. Keep breathing throughout. 1 more here for good luck. And then release your hands to the mat. Just child's pose for a couple of breaths. Reaching the arms to the top, your fingers to the top of your mat. Wiggle your fingers. Rotate through your wrists a couple of times. Press your tailbone back. Reach forward. Feel that spine lengthen. And then come back up into tabletop. Let's see. Bring that left foot forward in between your 2 hands. So your hands are on either side of your foot. If you want to grab a couple blocks here or some books, if this is too much of a reach for you, that's fine too. Otherwise, keep your hands here. And we'll just slide those hips back, stretching the hamstrings a little bit, and then slide forward and stretch the groin. A couple times just to prepare for our next movement. 1 more time here. And then tuck the toes on the right foot and push up through your hands, straightening the left leg and bringing your right leg right behind you, parallel with the floor. Come up onto your fingertips, cupcake hands, holding here. Feel it a lot in your hamstrings, but keep your belly pulled in. We want the core to hold your balance here. So inhale, press that foot back. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Bring your right knee to your left calf, the outside of your left calf. And then inhale, come back to that starting position. Exhale. And inhale, straighten the leg, press it back. Exhale, bend the knee. Out, all the way out to that outside edge of that left calf, keeping the belly pulled in throughout. And we'll do 3 more right here. And then release that right knee behind the left ankle, that left foot. Pull that right foot out from under you and come up into this seated posture, nice and tall. Bring your arms up overhead so that left knee is straight up. And then twist to the left. Grab onto that left leg. Left hand goes behind your back. Nice tall spine here. So lift up out of your hips and then look over your shoulder. Breathe. Core is engaged, pulling everything in and up. And relax your posture. Just come back into tabletop. Nice job there. So from a strong tabletop, now we'll shift the hips from side to side and work the obliques, contracting one side, stretching the other. So inhale when you're in a neutral position, and then exhale, just pull those left hips up towards your left shoulder. Look over your shoulders, see if you can see those hips. So we're contracting that left side and stretching the right. Come back to center, and then same thing on the other side. Come back to center. So we'll just go back and forth a couple of times and coordinate the movement with your breath. Inhaling when you're in a neutral tabletop. Exhaling when you're bending to the side. And notice where you feel the stretching and the contracting. Also, we'll do a few more here. Notice what you're doing with your belly. Is it just relaxed and hanging down, hanging out? We want to try and keep that engaged at all times. So pull that navel in all the way to your spine. And then one more to the other side. Come back to center. And now bring your right foot in between your hands. So your hands are framing your foot. And we'll just slide forward and back a couple of times. Stretching the hamstrings and a little bit of the groin. This is always just a good stretch. A lot of times people who have tight hamstrings, they have lower back issues. So, it's all connected. We need to just move everything we've got. One more time here. Coming back to that neutral starting posture. Tuck the toes on the left foot and then push yourself all the way up. Come on to your cupcake hands. Left leg is back, trying to keep the hips in one plane, so parallel with each other. Heart is shining forward, head is in line with your spine. You can point those toes. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the left knee to the outside of the right calf, and then extend up and stretch and contract. So a lot of this action is coming out of the right leg, but also notice the belly, stretching all those muscles when the leg is parallel with the floor, and then contracting them when you're bending lower. A couple more times. Breathing. One more here. And then bring your knee all the way down to your mat. Sit back behind you. And then just bring that left foot over to the right a little bit. Sitting up nice and tall on your mat. Sitting bones rooting down, lifting up. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then exhale, now you'll twist to the right. My back will be to you. I apologize. Right hand behind your hip. You can hug onto your right leg. Nice twist here. Pull the belly in. Right shoulder pressing back towards the center line of your mat. Beautiful twist. Keep the core engaged. And release your posture. Nice job. I love that sequence. Let's make our way into down dog. And just pedal out to stretch out the legs and the calves, the ankles, nice and slowly. And then pause in your most beautiful down dog. Relax your head. Look back at your knees. Push your hands away from your feet. Push your hips back towards the wall behind you. And then on your next breath, let's make our way down into plank. Beautiful plank pose. Shoulders are pressing back. Head stays in line with your spine. Squeeze your glutes together. Pull your belly in. And let's just make it even more fun with some toe touches. So left foot out and back. Right foot out, touch the earth and back. We'll just go back and forth a couple of times. Right out and in. Left out and in. Keep going. Right. So as this plank starts to really work in your body and you're trembling, you can modify it and just bring your knees to the mat. Try to keep a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. You can still just move the knee out. Okay, just a couple more. One more. Beautiful. Bring your knees to the mat. Coming into hero's pose, just sitting on your heels. You can shake out your wrists. They get a little tight in plank. Bring your hands to your thighs. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. And bring your left hand to your heart. You might notice that maybe your heart rate is a little elevated. Beautiful. If it's not beautiful, just be in the moment, whatever's going on in your body. Inhale and feel your chest expand. Press that breath all the way down into your belly. And then nice long exhale through the nose. One more breath. All right, let's make our way down onto our backs. So all the way down on your mat. Tuck those shoulder blades in if you feel them digging into the mat. And lift your heels up off the earth. Your arms can be just at the sides. Little pelvic tilt here. Press the navel into the spine. Try to keep your knees at 90 degrees. And we'll do heel touches here. So left heel goes down, touches the mat, and comes back up. Right heel down, touch, and come back up. So side to side a couple more times. Make sure the pelvis is a little bit tilted, pulling the navel in. Great movement for the hips. But we want to use the energy from the core. And if this is too easy for you, try both heels at the same time. That takes it up a notch or two. So we'll do 10 more, however you're doing it, side to side or both heels at the same time. 7 more. Maybe your belly's starting to tremble. 5 more. Here we go. Notice your thoughts. Are they still on your mat? Still with your breath? Still with your movement? 1 more here. And then just pull those knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Tell yourself you're awesome. And then come back to center. Release your legs all the way to the mat. And bring your arms up overhead so that your body is like in the shape of a letter X. Tuck your um, shoulder blades in. Reach in all four directions. And then on your next exhale, lift your left leg and your right hand, and you're going to connect them up on top and then come back down. Inhaling as you're coming down, and then other side, exhaling as you're coming up. All right, so we'll just do a whole bunch of these from side to side, but go nice and slow. I see people just speeding through these, but it's the slow and controlled movements that make them so effective. It's also slow and controlled and mindful movements that makes it more yoga-ish, if that's a word. I think I just made up a word. Remember to breathe in and out. Keep going. Really reaching up as high as you can. Noticing how high you're reaching. And if the next time over, maybe you can go a little bit further. Adding as much of a twist as you can here too. Working the obliques. Okay, 2 more on each side. Here we go. 1 and 1. Are you feeling it? 2 and 2. All right, beautiful job. Bring those knees into your shoulders now. Give yourself a hug. Flex your ankles and rock from side to side. All right. Bring your legs back up to the ceiling. Flex your ankles. Relax your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Hips are evenly rooting down into the mat, and maybe the legs are perpendicular to the floor. Straight knees if you can. If you can't do straight knees, my glasses are fogging up from from all my heavy breathing. If you're if you're I lost my train of thought. If you can't have straight knees with your legs straight up to the ceiling, then lower them down a little bit, okay? So the straight knees is the priority. However you can make it work for you. And if it's hard with straight knees altogether, then bend them. Make this movement and this pose work for you. Modify it in a way that's right for your yoga body. All right, here we go. Heels are pressing up, toes are pressing down. Bring your arms out to a T shape, palms facing up. We're going to hold here. And then the longer we hold, just notice what starts to kick in. A lot of times you feel this around your thighs, but pull the belly in. Press the backs of your ribs down into the mat. And let your core do a lot of the work in this pose. This is like legs up the wall, but without the wall. That's such a relaxing pose, but this is not so much. But take some deep breaths. We should try to relax in this and in every pose. So check out the parts of your body that are not working right now. So the muscles in your face, make sure they're all nice and relaxed. Your fingers relaxed. All right, glue your ankles and your knees and your inner thighs together. Press them together. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, roll onto your left hip and let the legs fall about 45 degrees to the left. Just when you start to feel them tremble, the right shoulder, you want that to stay on the mat. And notice if you're really relying on that left arm to hold you up. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring that left arm over your chest so that you can't rely on that. But yogi's choice. Holding here, feeling those obliques on the right side start to fire up, pressing the legs into each other. Breathe deeply, inhale, stay mentally on your mat. You can do it. 2 more nice deep breaths. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring those legs back to center. That was awesome. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. And then same thing, other side. Bring those legs back up again. Notice how they feel the second time around. Maybe they feel stronger. Maybe they're getting tired. No judgment, just noticing what's happening in your body. Be proud of your body for just even moving today and for being on your mat. Inhale. Press those legs together, and as you exhale, Roll over onto the right hip. Let the legs fall to the right. Keep those legs pressing in. Left shoulder stays on the mat. If you want to challenge yourself, you can bring your right arm over to the left so that you can't use the arm for leverage. It's coming more out of the core. Feel those muscles on the side of the left side of your body start to fire up. Try to transfer the energy from your legs and your thighs into your core. Nice deep breaths here. Press that left shoulder into the mat. This twisting that we're doing too is so good for the immune system. And who doesn't need a strong immune system these days, right? One more breath here. And come back to center. Nice job. Pull those knees in. You can rock a little bit from side to side. Massage those muscles in your back. And then pause in the center. Bring your hands under your knees. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. And trying to use the muscles of your core and less momentum, roll up onto your sitting bones. Try not to bring the feet to the mat, but just roll up. And then we'll roll back a couple of times and up. Balancing here. Back. One more time. And then come up into this kind of like a boat pose. Nice straight back. Separate your feet so that they're hip distance apart. And you can keep your right hand under your knee if you like. Grab onto your big toe on your left foot with your left hand and see if you can extend that knee, straighten that knee all the way up. Maybe it doesn't go all the way. Just extend it as far as you can, pushing that heel away from you. Keeping your back nice and straight, belly's pulling in. You can bend it a couple of times and straighten it again if that feels good. Try not to lock the knee though. All right, and you can switch to the other side. Same thing. Back is nice and straight. Heart is reaching up towards the sky. Head is in line with the spine. All right, let's try both feet at the same time. So grab onto those big toes and extend the legs out, pushing the heels away. And then bring the heels down into that neutral position a couple more times. So this might feel like just a hamstring stretch, which it is an awesome hamstring stretch, but you're using your core to balance and stay sitting on your sitting bones. A couple more times. Last time here. Hold, shine that heart up, lift your gaze, pull your belly in, knit those ribs together in the front. And then release, and let's go right into boat pose. So bring your legs out in front of you. You can drop your heels to the mat if that feels better for you, or if you want to keep challenging yourself, bring your heels up, arms out, palms facing up, lower your shoulders down, keep your shoulder blades squeezing together and your heart reaching up. Breathe. Have joy in your heart for boat pose. Hooray. All right, here, 3 more breaths. If you really want to challenge yourself, straighten your knees. Straighten your knees. I'm going to keep mine bent today. But you find the version of the pose that is best for you. Keep pressing your heart up. Keep those shoulder blades back. Nice straight spine. And relax your posture all the way down at your mat. Pull your knees into your chest. Tell yourself, excellent work. And release your knees over to the left. Open your arms into a T shape. Turn your head to the right. Deep breath in. And just relax into the pose. No focus so much on alignment as much as we are focusing on the twist. Belly is still pulling in here to massage the lymphatic system. And then bring those knees back to center. And then over to the other side. This is such a classic stretch. It's good for whatever ails you, right? One more breath. Just enjoy. to center. Extend your legs on the mat, reach up overhead, stretch in opposite directions. And then as you exhale, knees to your chest, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Wrap your arms around your shins, chin to your chest, squeeze into a little ball. And then rock from side to side. And relax your posture. Short Shavasana here. Deep breath in and open mouth exhale. One more time. Inhale. Open mouth. Exhale. Feel your body resting on your mat. Allow these last few moments of your practice to restore your body and all the benefits of your practice to take hold in your body as you rest. Try to stay with me here for these last few moments, resisting that urge to start thinking about your next thing on your list, but stay right here. Practice being present. Feel the breath going in and out. If you'd like to stay here for a longer Shavasana, and oh my goodness, you should if you can. If you can't, no worries. Just roll over onto your side and then help yourself into a seated position. We'll formally close our practice in a simple pose and a couple of nice deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth. Exhale. Pulling the navel in at the end of that exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And bring your hands to heart center. My friends, the light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Good core workout. Make sure you check out all the Driven YouTube videos for all your fitness needs. And I hope to see you here next week. Stay healthy, and we'll see you then.